Thank you so much for the invite, Mustafa, Kaya, Dr. Abdad. Really great to be here again. Just such a pleasure. Today I've been asked to to carry on some of the same kind of theme on the minimally invasive hepatic resections, but actually balancing some of the innovation. And we added on to kind of move on also some oncological integrity. So without further ado, let me get started. I have no disclosures. I also would like to kind of send the regards to the Turkish EHPBA chapter from the Baltic chapter, and the president of the Turkish chapter, Dr. Mustafa Kurem, has been a big supporter and a friend since we started back in 2023. So just want to say thank you again and just send greetings from the chapter on behalf of all the board. Again, kind of just for those who don't know, we united as 3 countries as one and started that journey together. But today is not about the chapter. Today is about the content that I've kind of like organized in the following way. We'll talk about the definition. We'll talk a little bit about the robot-assisted tools and technology, some digital health, patient-focused innovation, and some key to success, kind of to innovate that, as well as the surgical integrity. I think it's always important to understand the definition when we talk about innovation. What is this, right? So when you look up the definition, I mean, all of us surgeons each of us have different ways of perceiving that. But literally it's the practical implementation of new ideas, some maybe new projects that actually will result in new service and new good, or improve something that we've been doing for years, and we thought that was good, right? And as previous talks were shown, actually, we thought that laparoscopic surgery was good, maybe open was good, but it seemed to be that's a changing paradigm. And this one is just kind of a reminder to see in a different perspective. Let's put the same bicycle, and we look at them, and right, it does the same function. But it's about the sustainability and disruptive. Think about the box. Think about something you challenge yourself. Say, okay, well, if I did this before, maybe there's a way we can do this forward. Maybe a different way. Actually, do the same, achieving the same function. So, innovation decision process is always about the 5 steps. It's about the knowledge. It's about forming your attitude, the decision to adopt or reject. As we all know, some of the new innovations we tested, it was not adopted very well. We kind of threw them through the window. We implement and we use every day for our patients. We confirm of the decision, and that's, as you can see here, it does go with time and growth, and it's really, it's actually that nice curve that has been introduced back in 1903 by Tarde. I want to just introduce here the 10 top new medical breakthroughs, especially for surgeons who are following the biotech news. And you can see that if you look at the top 10, technology is almost every third, right? So we have a lot of them, and anything that has the technology, we like it as a gadget for surgery. So it's quite a bit. And in the top 10, they're making almost 7 of them. So I think that we have some space here for a lot of things. Moving on to some robot-assisted tools. I want to introduce this paper. It's been about 4 years ago when we first saw that robot donor hepatectomy was safe and very novel. I think now, for most of you in the room, you would say this is just almost becoming a daily practice for some of the centers. How about the virtual reality? A great paper several years ago about the 3-dimensional liver modeling servicing accessibility of planning the virtual surgery and actually performing that. Another technology that we just several years ago, we thought that was just quite a little bit close to impossible, to be honest. How about some automated surgical preoperative planning and navigation systems? When you have the liver segmentation, steatosis assessment, sarcopenia, volumetry, lesion detection. Again, that is also, that's been integrated and taken as new innovations, new ideas, integrated in things that we've been doing quite a while. AI is daily part of everyone's life. Actually, it's based on the liver evaluation and organ allocation in terms when we talk about the liver surgery. And that is, again, something that's been really nicely discovered and really nicely described in the application of machine learning in the whole journal. I'm not going to go through all the articles that they publish every month, but I do follow this journal quite extensively, actually, with all the things that we've been challenging and moving forward, the innovation beyond the limits of the surgical application. But we always, at the end of the day, we want to think about the patient-focused innovation, right? Because that's what we do every day. That's what we kind of move our work together and ideas together. And that is actually really kind of puts it together, let's actually move this right here, to the National Pathology Center of place that I am actually at the moment, when we have the HPB Surgical Digital Health Vision. And as you can see, there's a lot of complex sort of layers. When we start with the idea, we move to implementation and actually analysis and really using the patient data and really in implementing in every single of the OR cases. AI and data science is highlighted here, and this where our clinical decisions support and precision medicine is being driven. And so, as a secondary application, actually, having the constantly updating, and there are many, many tools, many, many platforms of AI overall in statistics and kind of making those decisions, not only from the personal surgeon's experience, but also what's best for the patient, for that particular patient. And so there's some work that we've been doing and kind of continuously been very successful. Again, going back a little bit towards some basic science and integrated back forth to surgery on the Human Liver Atlas and single RNA sequencing. It's been quite really picked up a lot of attention from surgery and surgeons overall worldwide. With my great team here that I had also the pleasure to work together, putting these innovations actually from the surgical specimen, putting back in the lab, very instant, we're not talking about months, we're talking about hours of the decision, how to make that oncological integrity all together. Again, not spending much time here, but investigating diseases and whether or not that's been safe to either proceed, maybe do additional resection, maybe actually even plan before that some of the neoadjuvant or adjuvant treatment modalities. And here is just in Vilnius University, we've been trying to doing this called the mission Inner Cosmos, putting these things together quite successfully with a lot of surgeons and the basic scientist collaboration. So here's the concept quite quickly, just to understand what I'm talking about. Taking this surgical specimen from the OR, again, doing quick models, and everything happens in a tissue engineering and 3D modeling, bypassing the animal model and actually having this back and forth in vivo replacement and revolutionary decisions that we can actually do quite quickly. I introduced the lab on the chip, and especially liver on the chip concept several years ago. And it's been a continuation of quite a big success, including for liver resections. We've used that concept and the platform now almost every decision that surgical decision that we make in every surgery. So this microfluidic organ, literally the platform has been published. It's nothing new. That it's not my invention here, but we took the platform moving forward to anything related to liver, including some of the liver cancers and also now moving to liver transplantation. So you would ask me why that matters, and my answer is very simple right here, and we say we have this correlation between the liver status and the hepatocyte viability. We thought that the surgery was very successful, and again, that was just on some of the kind of experimental status, but again, we really found out where this viability is the most important here. I'm not going to go into details on the liver structure and function, you know that very well, but just to show it that having the platform, having that new idea, that innovation is really putting the cells on the from the surgical specimen during the surgery live, and having that decision made quite quickly. It's one of the actually quite fascinating things as well. You would think that's kind of crazy science, and there's a little bit crazy ideas to do it, but some of the validation is already moving forward, and you can see that back in the days when we thought that that's all about the mice and doing the 3D cultures, and kind of it seemed to be a lot of work for the surgeon. These small chips, the liver chips, the macropleural platforms, actually been shown to be reliable, almost to 87%. And I think it's here to stay. It's been quite nicely published in the Nature reviews under the drug discovery that could be also used for chemotherapy and some other modalities that we could offer to our patients. So the question is also, so when to use it? And there are many actually applications that we have. I'm limiting my talk today to liver only today, but you can see again, from drug testing all the way to some new things that we can come up and while moving forward. So our work has been, as I mentioned, has been quite productive moving forward and kind of designing our own platform, having the different, kind of trial and error, actually some phases that we had to face and fix it and get our engineers to work a little bit even more harder to actually match our needs, just kind of look at that, the way we provide the liver tissue, how we kind of like, how we carry this along, and making sure that we do not take too much time in OR, having that reply back, and also not to kind of use too much of the human resources as well. So biocompatibility was also a strong matter of fact. And then the process actually was quite complicated because we had to use the laser to drill the specific holes and just kind of to design this whole platform just to show it. And then again, I unfortunately did not have the original picture, sort of like a drawing that I drew, showing to the engineers what I would like to see. But this is what we came up, and it was literally, tried to show it at the real size of the chip that we use, and also implementing the minimally invasive approach from surgery. And here just showing that some of the analysis of cell migration really works. Not much spending here time, and they should be actually moving. As you can see, they're alive. Here, just for those who are interested in more in the scientific approach, and again, all the innovation that I showed you at the beginning, you have to really prove the concepts, showing that where you propose it really works. Actually, a lot of things that, as I mentioned, also we just try and we say, okay, this is not going to work, and just kind of like very quickly we make that decision. Unbelievably interesting is that we make that decision, to be honest, within 3 tries, no more. And especially for probably surgeons, it probably takes 1 or 2 tries and it doesn't work. We just don't want to try this again. And here we just show some of the growth factors, some release profiles. So we had to take some patients to make sure that actually we can move test on the patients what we've been trying to start from the beginning. And again, it did work, and it was successful. And actually, these growth factors profiles were impressive more than we thought. Some functionality tests, and I think this one I just want to kind of stop a little bit more on the future possibilities. And this is really limitless, I would say, because it really, current environment, technology moving forward so fast, including both the robot development and some of the biology of the tumors, both whether it's the liver or pancreas. We do always look back, regardless of our technical skills and our knowledge approaches, we have to look at the biology and some of the science behind it. So this really gives us a possibility. Also, an opportunity to bring that innovation, think about the box, and combine both the skills and some science together. Some of our publications recently published, and it really kind of showed that we're probably moving in the right direction. So to conclude my presentation today, I would like you to think about, moving forward in your studies, the channel systems. It should be, something that I would not say that it's possible in every center, but it could be also implemented in a lot of highly volume centers. The liver cells are interesting, and that's where oncology comes along. So minimally invasive surgery is excellent. The biology should be also really be taken care of, and there also, as the European Union moves away from anything in vivo testing, these alternative platforms are becoming more and more popular and actually here to stay. I would like to thank my team, and I would like to welcome you all to Vilnius. Thank you.